Hello and welcome to this fingerstyle guitar tutorial, and this guitar tutorial is going to be on the Greensleeves. I tried to make this as beginner friendly as possible. If you're just picking up the guitar, I wouldn't recommend this. If you've been playing some fingerstyle, you know how to kind of move about and play two notes at the same time with your right hand, then this is the perfect tutorial for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the music and we'll break this down into sections and figure out the left hand and the right hand fingers. Okay, let's briefly talk about the timing for this. So this is 3/4 timing. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Each bar gets 3 beats. This standalone bar here is, or a standalone beat, is beat number 3. And it belongs to the end of the piece. So we consider this bar 0. It's also known as a pickup or anacrusis. I'm just going to scroll down to the tab here. Alright, so we'll play bar number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll just work in sections like that. Okay. As you can see, I'm trying to hold to these basses here. For the A string here, you don't really need to hold anything for the whole bar. And then for this C here, for the 3rd fret and the 5th string, you want to try and hold that and try and hold that all the way through to the next bar here. So as you can see in the notation, there's a tie here. So that means that you're holding all the way through for this bar here, which is bar number 3, and into the bar number 4. For first 3 counts here, and then another 3 for bar number 4. So that's our first kind of thing that we have to think about. Throughout the whole piece, that's happening. So then the next thing is how to figure out all these left-hand fingers. So for the first bar, I have first finger on the 1st fret, and I'm going to use my pinky on the 3rd fret here, so that I can add the next one that follows. So if you can also use the 2nd finger, I mean the 3rd finger. But as you can hear, it kind of stops the sound. I have to kind of and then when I need to play the next note here, this finger has to travel up, and it's no longer having that nice overlap in the melody. So I would use that for the 4th finger or the pinky here. So I'm going to continue from bar number 2. So similar thing here. And keep holding that the 3rd fret or G for your transition into the 5th bar here. So I'll play those 4 bars again, including the pickup. Nice. So this is like your first phrase as well. So from here all the way up to here. And then we have another phrase beginning here. And you can notice that my last note here on the G string is very light, kind of piano, as I'm ending the phrase. Okay, so we'll add this to our next phrase. phrase ends here. And then the next one begins here with also a pickup. As you can see, as you can hear, my pickups are very soft. And then I have a kind of a stronger beat on the first beat. 3, 1. All right. For the fingers, left hand fingers here. The only thing that you can kind of think about is your second finger would be on this note here on the fourth string. If you want to, you can use your third finger here, or you can just leave it alone and start the new phrase with the second finger. And then the same thing again with a fourth finger here on the second string and third fret, as we did before. So I'll play that phrase. And then now the only thing that I would think about here is trying to hold this first finger here for this note while you're looking for the stretch here on the fourth fret of the fourth string, kind of like that. So you want to try and align yourself as much as possible. Try to hold your guitar. Remember, eye level with at least one of these pegs, preferably the first one. That makes a big difference with how you're able to kind of stretch this. If it's too low, it's really hard to stretch the position here. Okay, moving on here to the next phrase. So from bar number 14 into 15 here, and you get this resolution. That's on bar 15 here. 2, 3. Just make sure you have you hold this note, these two notes at the end here, the proper amount. 2, 3. Okay, so from there on we have so I have my third finger here and my pinky here. So the same thing here, pinky, and then third finger here. And to the next phrase here. I would treat this 2 here as an anchor. You try to anchor this note here as you move through. Only up to here, right? We're always trying to keep as many notes as possible as we're moving through here. Okay, and the next phrase, which is basically the same. And just try to remember to hold this. That stretch. So I do have a performance video of this, and you can check that out here. Take it nice and slow within each of the phrases, each of the sections. Maybe mark your phrases. It's a famous song. There's lyrics to it. So whenever there's a period or a comma, usually a period is the end of the phrase, and then you can kind of work in that way. You don't have to take on the whole piece. Working in sections is great to just keep the repetitions going and the practice and building the muscle memory for your hands, because your hands do need to kind of especially if you've never played something like this, they need to be able to they need to have the time put in first so that they can kind of do it easier and easier. So take your time, and then until next time, keep practicing, and I'll see you. Bye.